Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ginger Gerald Stitcher. You can call me Gerald. It is Saturday, October 7th, 2017. So of course you know a lot of the people are down, floss tubers are down at the Austin Retreat. I'm hoping that they're enjoying themselves. I've seen some of the videos on Instagram and YouTube and it looks like it's a lot of fun. So hopefully they're doing well and everything down there. I wanted to come back because this is probably going to be my last update for the next few weeks because I'm very busy with traveling. Of course, I have the retreat at the end of the month, as well as going to Seattle in a couple weeks. And I'm busy with school, which actually I should be working on an 8 to 10 page paper right now, but I feel like procrastinating. So, yeah. But it is, again, I said October 7th, and it's almost 85 degrees in New Jersey, and that's practically, I mean, it's not a record, but it's very warm. I have my air conditioning on today because it's very humid, and as much as I like the heat, I'm ready for some cooler weather. Again, I'm not complaining because I don't like winter, but yeah. So let's get to it. I have Today, along with my procrastination of making a video, I procrastinated some more by fully finishing some items. So my very first, and I framed some pieces that I had that I wanted to frame. And I've had all this, I just haven't done it. I haven't sat down to do it. So if you follow me on Instagram, it's Ginger Gerald Stitcher. You've already seen this, or probably have already seen this. I posted it as soon as I framed it. And I used the crafty curators technique of using the gun that to pin and then using the tape on the back. So if you want to see what that is all about, it's in her episode 29, I believe. So you can go check that out. So this is mushrooms. And this is two different patterns I put together. This is my very first attempt at framing with that technique, and I'm very happy. It could be a little bit centered better, but you know, it kind of gives it a little bit unique perspective. Almost kind of like this is more centered and this one's looking up towards the big mushroom, but you know. But sorry for the glare. This is a $7 frame I bought at Target, so you can find this frame at Target. They have all different sizes. I bought a whole bunch of them because I thought, as much as I'm not a person that enjoys white, I thought this would look really nice, earthy tone. And they have different colors of these kind of frames too. They have on the back, they have the flap as well as the hooks. And I believe it's attached, so mine is sticking out a little bit, but you know. So that is mushrooms. I believe it's by Pedal Pusher on Instagram. And then since I had the first 5 planets done for myself, since this is the second go around, I went ahead and framed those so I don't have to do them all at one time once I get all of them stitched. So here is Mercury, Venus, and Earth, framed the exact same way I did it for my brother's Christmas present last year. And since these frames are thinner, and again, they have these ones I bought at Joann Fabrics. Since they're thinner, instead of using foam board, I used like a thin, almost like cardstock, and I used the stitcher's tape and attached the stitching to the cardstock. And I know the cardstock is acid free. It's almost, I bought it in the oh, you're all screaming at me. You know, that thing that's Danielle Citurista does all the time, or at least she used to do, and then she uses that scrapbooking. That's it, scrapbooking. So I bought the black cardstock or scrapbooking paper at Joann's as well, and then I just attached the stitching. I wrapped the stitching around a piece that would fit the window And, you know, you get my drift. So it's my own little version of framing there. So that is Mercury, Venus, and Earth. I have Mars. Sorry for the glare. It's very bright and sunny outside today, and I have the windows open for natural light. So, you know, you get the point. You've seen these all before if you've watched my videos. And Jupiter. Oh, there we go. So, there, Danielle, you can, or not Danielle, Nicole. Where's Nicole? Where's it at? There, Nicole, you can see the outside. So, those are my fully finished items that I have done. Again, my procrastination for the day. Then I have one finished item since my last video, and that is, and the reason I wanted to do those, I wanted to finish those is because I'm going to frame this myself, and I wanted to practice on the pedal pusher mushrooms with the gun, the framing gun and stitching tape, so that I can frame my quotes. So this is the quotes Stitch Along, Quotes to Live by Stitchrovia. 100% finished. Of course, it's my own color conversion that I do not have information for you for because I use Silks for You silks that I bought in a sample pack, so they didn't have any names on them, as well as Color and Cotton threads from her Thread of the Month Club. And I thought this turned out wonderfully. And, you know, of course, this is one of those things where when you do colors, your own color, and especially one like this, there was multiple times that I was like, is this even going to look nice whenever I would start a new block? And with this block, I got Garrett Coffee Stitcher's help because I just was starting to run out of, I had these two left to do, and I was starting to run out of color thoughts. So I will say, if I had to make a choice as to which ones are my favorites, I would say, let me fix this here. This one's my favorite. And this is one of those that I was like, I don't know if this is going to look good. And then I think this one would be my next closest favorite, of course, because I love yellow. But I think they all turned out wonderfully. The only thing I'm not horribly, superly satisfied with is Yourself here in this block. But I've finicked over that for hours, and I'm just going to leave it as is. When it kind of makes you pull it makes the person that's looking at it pulled up to the frame then to actually read it, which is fine. So that is Quotes to Live by. So next time you see that, it will be framed to give as a Christmas gift. And then the other piece that I've been working on since I finished quotes, and this is the only other thing I've been working on, is my Thea Governor London. It's the kit that I received to give an unbiased review, and I will say I love this kit. There are a couple things that I wish were a little bit different, but for the most part, I do love this kit. One thing is, it's kind of hard at times if there's back stitching. Underneath the back stitch, it's hard to read what the symbol is that I'm supposed to be stitching. So there's been a couple times that I've had to guess. But other than that, and the fact that I prefer digital patterns, especially ones that are this big, but of course it's a kit, so you don't get a digital pattern. But here is my progress so far. You can see I have the central dome of St. Paul's Cathedral done, as well as now I'm working on this bell tower. And I'm starting to get tired of cream, but at least it's cream on black and not cream on white. So very happy with this. It's actually stitching up fairly quickly for me, but it's turning out to be a lot bigger than I thought it would. Um, the other kind of like it's okay, but I can deal with it is the gold. There is gold metallic here, back stitching, as well as the cross and some stitching up in here. And it's hard to see on the screen, but I'm not horribly satisfied with it. It was either DMC or some other kind of gold metallic that I've never used before. And actually, Vana, the day that I was stitching it, was being really helpful. I was messaging her back and forth on Instagram, and we were she was helping me figure out, do I need to strand the metallic? Should I not strand the metallic because it's on 18 count? This is 18 count Black Ada. And I stitched a little bit with just the one strand and it didn't look right. So then I stitched it with all three and it looked fine. But it just kept fraying and fraying. So I think I have some petite treasure braid from whenever I did Crowns of the Kingdom, and I'm going to use that for the gold metallic instead, just because I'm used to that, and it stitches a lot nicer than what was given in the kit. So there we go. That is my progress so far. I'm probably going to keep working on this for another day or two and then maybe switch out. But in the next few weeks, I'm not going to have a lot of time to stitch. So we'll see. And that's probably going with me to the retreat. 9 chances out of 10. So then in the last video, I said I hadn't bought anything, which was true. But then I decided to go on to So-and-So, and they were having a clearance sale on their kits and patterns to try to get rid of some of their stash, their stuff. So I ended up buying 2 patterns and 2 kits. Of course, they were really good deals and I couldn't pass them up. So, excuse me. The first one is Rosewood Manors Stars in My Crown Christmas Stocking. And while this is very different than what I typically stitch, I really liked, if I'm going to stitch a stocking, I'm not a fan of the ones that have pictures and all that kind of stuff. Not to mention, you can check that out. That's my name. It just kind of ironically happened. I might actually change whenever I do stitch this up, I might change the font, because I think there's nicer fonts out there than this one. But this pattern actually calls for Mill Hill beads, and I have said I will never ever stitch beads. Well, that might actually change. But of course, as you can tell, this is very rustic, and I'm not a rustic person. So most likely when you see me stitch this up, I will be changing colors, either fabric or threads, but we will see. So I bought that, as well as this is the Vickery Collection Bierstein Seasons. And I thought that was really neat, especially I like the fall and the winter. Not horribly fond of I'm guessing this is spring, maybe I'm not sure, spring, summer, fall, winter. I don't know. I like the pansies, but these 2 are my favorites. Now this is actually stitched as one, with these being pattern or borders. I will probably stitch them separately, maybe make them into ornaments or something like that. I don't know, we'll see. But I thought this was neat. I never saw this before, something different. I like beer. I think German beer steins are really cool looking. I actually have one from Germany, so yeah. For your information, this is a stitch count of 140 by 168 if you stitch it all as one. So something different. I might start one of these, maybe. It depends upon how many colors it is, and take it, or have this as a start at the retreat. We will see. Then I have been eyeing this one up for a while now, and I'm sorry, I'm going to keep it in the, I'm going to keep it in the plastic, just because I did open it up, and then it was a bear to get back into the plastic bag. But this is, and I found this on eBay and I was eyeing it up, and so I saw this on so-and-so for more than half. It was more than half off the price that was on eBay. So I was like, I can't pass that up. And this is a kit. It's an Arborist Art kit, which is the first time I've ever heard of Arborist Art. So I believe that they're from Ukraine. And this is called Fairy Tale Town. So I'll show you the picture first. Again, I like the architecture, so that's why my eye was drawn to this. Plus, I like the colors. Now, the kit comes with 14 count Aida, white Aida. This has 66 colors in it, which is fine. I don't mind the amount of colors, but the size of this, when stitched up, is 68 inches by 14.5 inches. So I'm thinking it's a very, very long piece. Very long. So I'm going to do some research on looking at the pattern. If there's no partial stitches, I very well might do this 28 count 1/1. I don't know. We'll see. If you have some suggestions, thoughts. Plus the Aida, which while it's nice, it's very, very, very stiff. So I prefer even weaves. So we will see. I might change out the fabric. And lastly, which is my favorite thing that I purchased in the sale, and I had never heard of this company. Now I know some of you are going to be like, oh yeah. I never heard of the company. And I've never seen these patterns before. And of course, this is right up my alley. So this is Ava Rosenstand or Clara Weaver. I believe it's a branch of Perman of Copenhagen. And this is Amsterdam. There we go. And I guess they have a whole series of these. Or they have a few of the different historical city skyline type pictures. And I thought it came in its own little like kit project bag. So that's nice. So I can keep everything together all the time in this nice bag. If I like this pattern, I most definitely will probably be buying some of the other ones because I think it would be neat to stitch these up and have them like a gallery wall or something like that. So, yeah. So Amsterdam. Of course, I was also thinking about using this as a new start at the retreat, but again, this is on a paper pattern, and I'm not sure how many paper patterns I want to take to Minneapolis or Minnesota, whatever you want to call it. So the last thing I have for you, this is going to be a fairly short video. Last thing I have for you, which I alluded to in the last episode, is that I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Now, it's a little early, but my floss tube anniversary is coming up in November, right around Thanksgiving. I think it was right after Thanksgiving. But because I'm going to the retreat in Minnesota, and we're going to be going to Stitchville, USA, I thought that I would make a purchase and gather up a few items at Stitchville to give support to the LNSs, and then give my giveaway a little early. Now, the rules of the giveaway, it's going to be different than a typical giveaway. Of course, right away, I'm going to tell you I don't want anything in the comments saying giveaway, blah, 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 you know, the rules. So here is what's going to happen. I have reached out to 5 different people, 4 that are coming to the retreat, 1 that is not. So the ones that are coming to the retreat are Becky, the Obsessed Stitcher, Angie, who's BubMie, or BUBMIE on Instagram, Michelle Bendy Stitchy, and Farm Girl Stitcher Michelle. So they, and then one other person who I'm still working out the details with from Across Seas. So they are each going to place a number. They're going to choose a number between 1 and 9. They're going to place it in an envelope. They're going to seal the envelope, and then they're going to sign the seal, just like how your college or high school transcripts would come, so that there is proof that no one else has ever seen this number. Then at the retreat, we are going to film a video, and we are going to have the Flosstubeversary lottery. So each of those numbers are then going to be added, and the number that those 5 numbers add up to will be the winning number. Now, if there is, so the point of this is, in your comments somewhere, you need to give me a number between 1 and 50. The winner of that, the winner will then receive the $25-ish spending spree that I do at Stitchville, USA. So that could be anything between flosses, silks, maybe some fabric, maybe a pattern, but again, with patterns, I typically stitch things that are different than a lot of the people that follow me. So we will see. Maybe I'll pick a small pattern that kind of reflects my style. So pick a number between 1 and 50. At the retreat, put it in the comment without saying giveaway. In Minneapolis, the 4 people along with myself will be, and then the one that's being sent to me, we will open up the envelopes, we will add the numbers together, and that will be the winner. So you have until, since the retreat is October 27th through the 29th, I will not be getting back until late the 29th. And then you have until September or October 29th to pick your number. If there are more than one person that have the same number, or people that are closest, if no one picks the number, but there are people that are closest, that will be the winner, or a person that will be the winner. I'm starting to stumble over my words now. But if there is more than one person that picks the same number and you are the winner, then I will be the tiebreaker. So I will be writing a number. Oh yeah. So you need to give me 2 numbers. You need to give me your number between 1 and 50, and then you need to give me your tiebreaker number, or let's call it the Stitcher Ball number. So the Stitcher Ball number will be the tiebreaker in case there is a tie, and that will be between 1 and 9. So you need to give me a number between 1 and 50 and a number between 1 and 9. Now we're getting it. Okay. If you have questions, you can always message me on Instagram privately. That way, you know. So let's review. The winner is going to receive a $25-ish giveaway or spending spree of my choice at Stitchville, USA. I will send internationally, so anybody can enter to win. You need to, in your comments, enter a number between 1 and 50, which will be your winning number. You need to choose your Stitcher Ball number between 1 and 9. That will be the tiebreaker number in the case of a tiebreaker. You have until October 27th to enter the giveaway. Again, not saying giveaway in the comment. And then I will post the results after I get back. So probably November 1st-ish, I will post the results of the giveaway and the winner, and I will show you what I purchased for the winning person. If you are participating in the giveaway with me, so the ones that Michelle, Angie, Becky, and the other person who I'm still working out, you are more than welcome to enter the giveaway, because of course you won't know the winning number. So everyone has a chance to win. And this is something different, just to switch it up a little bit. So again, I am Ginger Gerald Stitcher on Instagram. Please follow me there. I'm always open to conversation. So if you're looking for a stitching friend, wherever you are in the world, please message me. I'll be happy to converse with you over Instagram or get to know you in some other way. Would also love to maybe someday have a Skype or Google, whatever that is, Hangout. Is that what it's called? A Google Hangout to stitch maybe sometime. So reach out to me, friend me on Instagram, follow me, subscribe me, whatever you want to call it. Thank you again for all of the subscribers on YouTube here. Actually, this is also kind of like a $2,500 or yeah, $2,500 subscriber giveaway as well. So it's going to be all in there together. So thank you again. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your October, and I will see you at the beginning of November. Bye.